This video is brought to you by Hit Point Press and their Big Bad Booklet series, and by Steamforged Games and their Epic Encounters Lair of the Red Dragon. Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin. We finally have our hands on the Critical Role minis from WizKids. This is nearly a full case worth of minis from the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, but divided into sets so you can get just the ones you want. We're going to start with Monsters of Wildemount Set 1 here, featuring core spawn creatures, Aeorian hunters, and other ghoulish creepies. Many thanks to WizKids for sending this to us to review, but let's stop wasting time. I'm really excited, as you can tell. Let's open it up and take a closer look. The Elder Evils are powerful Lovecraftian alien creatures who want to corrupt the multiverse. When they reach into the material plane, creatures known as core spawn can appear. Many appear near the lands of Blightshore. The smallest and most common is the core spawn crawler, little eyeless crabby things that skitter around inside caves in packs, ripping to pieces anyone they come across. They have a CR of 1, and all the stat blocks mentioned here are from the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. Next up the threat ladder is this airborne mosquito from hell. Its dreadful hum can somehow charm victims, which it can then pincher to death with its talons, or if there's a group of foes around, it might just emit a bunch of crystal spores, which can poison everyone within 15 feet. These little nasties have a CR of 6. But by far, the nastiest of the nasties is the core spawn seers, who are super intelligent humanoid arcanists, warped by radiation and disease. They're not actually spellcasters, but they come armed with a powerful staff that can deal bludgeoning and radiant damage, and can knock foes prone. And it can project a psychedelic orb, which deals psychic damage and triggers a random condition. It can also absorb damage and then reflect it back. It has a CR of 13. Our next few minis here are tied to Aeor, a massive pre-calamity floating city that crashed into Isocrost long ago. Now folks venture there to see if there are artifacts to scavenge. The mages of ancient Aeor created many mutated monstrosities called Aeorian hunters to attack, well, everyone they didn't care for. The first of these is the Aeorian Absorber, which is so named for its ability to absorb incoming magical damage, which it can then fling back at the caster. It has a CR 10 stat block. An encounter with one happened in episode 134. The next hunter is the Aeorian Nullifier, which is even more headache-inducing to your casters, as it's able to cast Counterspell at will, as well as detect magic, dispel magic, see invisibility, and anti-magic field. That's all on top of its horrid gnashing, which can scare or stun anyone who can hear it. It also bites really hard. It has a CR 12 stat block. An encounter with one of these occurred in episode 135. Finally, we have the Aeorian Reverser, so named because it can cancel heal spells that it can see being cast within its vicinity and harm the recipient instead. All three of these creatures have magic resistance as well. If you really want to give your higher level casting party a run for its money, throw all of these Aeorian hunters at it at once. The Reverser has a CR 8 stat block. You can watch an encounter with this one back in episode 134. These so-called devil toads feed on the life force of sleeping humanoids, preferring to feast on the same victim each night, infesting that person's dreams with terrible nightmares. If it's ever discovered, it will try to make a deal with the victim, offering to pay it to keep it quiet, as the Nargalid isn't really terribly strong physically, having a CR 3 stat block. But if the Nargalid ever does kill its prey, that person rises immediately as a husk zombie. And, happily, we get a Husk Zombie mini that you can use in this adventure or any other. This is probably the most universal mini in this set. The Husk Zombie is a leveled up zombie with multi-attack, better stats, and the ability to raise more Husk Zombies. And the Husk Zombies don't just come from the Nargalids. There's also a roving fog thing near the battlefields of the Calamity that raises the bodies of the dead and turns them into Husk Zombies, which have a CR of 1. You can watch an encounter with them in episode 94. The Shadowghast here looks like a leveled up version of a husk zombie, but it's actually unrelated. It's an undead assassin. As an assassin, it has the formidable ability to hide, especially in shadowy areas, but it may give itself away due to its, how to say this politely, its powerful stench, which can poison anyone who gets too close. Oh, and it can paralyze with its long, pointy claws. So keep your nose open when you're out there. So I'm a couple of months behind on Critical Role right now. Taking a look at my podcasting app, I'm currently on episode 122 of Campaign 2. I'm behind on everything that requires free time right now. The nice thing about this set, though, is that none of these minis are particularly tied to the lore of Wildemount and Exandria to such a degree that you can't slot these monsters into your own campaigns. They're all some sort of monstrosity like other D&D and Pathfinder monsters, so if you want to use the stat blocks and the minis as written, go for it. I don't think any of your players are going to interrogate any of these creatures to get their rich pre-calamity backstories. It's a great collection of scary monsters with fun, challenging abilities that will hopefully force your players to vary up their usual tactics, which is exactly what we want with our D&D monsters. This set of 9 minis has an MSRP of $59.99 and hits store shelves on Wednesday, June 2nd, 2021. If you have any questions about them, let me know in the comments section down below. Many thanks to our 2 sponsors for this video. First, Steamforged Games and their Epic Encounter series. I freaking love these boxes. If you're just getting started with D&D or have a friend who wants to give DMing a try, or you just want a cool set of minis, maps, and an adventure to run on game night, this is the series for you. There are now 8 different boxes to choose from, 4 minion boxes and 4 boss boxes. So you can pick the game that's just perfect for you. And not only is it D&D night in a box, but it'll also give you tips that will improve your overall GMing abilities for all your future games. Learn more and pick up your box today at steamforged.com. And be sure to check out our other sponsor, Hit Point Press, and their Big Bad Booklet series, a monthly zine about boss monsters for 5th edition. I have a shelf of these in my game room. I can grab one to run a one-shot adventure with whoever happens to be in my game room at the time. I can use them to create a side sesh for my regular group when not everyone is there, or I can mine them for fantastic ideas of beasts and baddies to add to my regular campaign. This month, come meet Exaxia, an arachnid thorn witch with a hypnotizing scent used to lure in her prey. Can you escape Exaxia's 8-legged clutches, or will you find yourself in a thorny situation? Learn more and subscribe today at bigbads.com. And thank you for joining us today. You can help support us while getting some more great perks by visiting patreon.com/thegallantgoblin. You can join me as I play through this war of mine, a game which is getting increasingly more dramatic as I get deeper into it. I play on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/thegallantgoblin. And you can join us on Reddit, Discord, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For now, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at The Gallant Goblin.